So now we're getting in, we're gonna get. Hey guys, welcome back. So got a video for y'all today on this palette right here. This is the Face Candy Vice 9-color eyeshadow collection. So I'm gonna do like I normally do in my review videos. We'll talk about the pricing, we'll look at the packaging, we'll look at some swatches, I'll talk about the formula and just how these are to work with, and just my overall review on this palette. And then I'm also gonna show you a little mini tutorial on this look right here. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be chatting about, so let's get to it. So starting with pricing and packaging, the price of this palette is $12. I bought mine off of the Shop Hush app, free shipping, which is awesome. I absolutely love the packaging on it. So this is what the outside box looks like. Super duper cute. A little side note, Shop Hush always does such a great job with their shipping. Everything is so nicely packed, like tons of bubble wrap, and there's always like an individual sleeve for each of the palettes. So super impressed with how they pack things, but I love the packaging on this. It is so cute and happy. It's like a radiant orchid, fuchsia, purpley, but then kind of like a metallic sort of a sheen to it kind of a look. I just love it. Absolutely gorgeous. And then as far as what you get in this palette, so I mean it's a cardboard, but I think it's a nice cardboard. And then it's even like purpley, kind of like silvery purpley on the side. So really, really pretty. And then what you get in this palette, you do get a nice mirror up at the top. It's very functional, totally works. It doesn't like sit open or anything. You'd have to lean it on something, but I think the packaging is really nice for $12. And then what you get in here is a really beautiful palette of purpley shades. Taupey kind of colors, like everything in that cool toned family. So if you are a cool toned lover in a sea of warm toned palettes, this is the palette for you. This is something different. It's really beautiful. I love the collection of colors that they put in here. There are 5 mattes and 4 shimmers. So an awesome like balance there between the two. So love that. So yeah, let's look at some swatches. Okay, starting at the top left side of the palette, this one is Miami. I am super impressed with this one. It seems to be a difficult thing to find a matte light purple shade, like a matte lavender, and this one is really good. Like I would say darn near perfect. It's a really nice formula on this one. So impressed with that, love that shade. This one right here is the Keys. I love this one too. It's a beautiful metallic-y shade. I have this on the inner corners of my eyes, and then I also actually have it as my cheek highlight. I didn't apply a ton of it, just a little bit, but it's just a really pretty kind of like light, like icy, purpley lavender pinky shade. It's beautiful. This one is Winner, another gorgeous shade. Second row, this is Get Down, nice matte. This one is Kingpin, a fun bright purple. This one is Purple Palms. That one's kind of more of like a wine sort of a purple shade. Bottom row of the palette, this one is Hit It. Nice like transition shade, like a cool tone transition shade. This one is Undercover. Really like that one. It's kind of like a, what is that? Like a dark burgundy metallic-y sort of a shade. And then this one is Bust. That one's kind of a unique sort of a color. It's it's a gray, like a blackened gray, but kind of has a little bit of like a purpley blue undertone to it. So I really like that. They all swatch beautifully. Then as far as the formula goes on these shadows, just how they are to work with and my overall thoughts on this palette, I am really excited about this palette because if you watched my Get Ready With Me using the Face Candy Wild palette, I really had some struggles with that palette. Like I was able to make it work, but it was just more difficult to work with. So that one I found hard to work with. But their Milkshake palette from Face Candy, I love. I absolutely love that palette. The mattes are so nice to work with. They're blendable, they're pigmented, they wear really well. And I find this palette to be the same kind of experience as the Milkshake. I find the mattes really easy to blend. They do have a little bit of fallout, so I get a little bit on my face, but nothing like out of control. It's totally workable. That's not a make it or break it for me, but that's just an FYI if it is for you. I do notice some fallout with these shadows, but not a ton, just some, and definitely way less than the Wild palette. That one I had a ton of fallout with most of the shadows that I use from that palette. So nothing like the Wild palette. just a little bit of fallout, but nothing major. But I just find the mattes to be so nice and blendable. They blend together so nicely, but then they also keep their differentiation. You can see the different colors you're using. The metallics are really nice and pigmented, but then can also be kicked up even more with a little bit of mixing medium. So I love this palette. It's just so fun to work with. I love that it's something different. I love all the colors that they picked to go in here. I love the packaging. I love the size of it. I can't say enough good things about this palette. I'm just like giddy excited about it because I think it's so cute and such great quality. So that's my overall review on the palette. So now we're gonna get into the tutorial on how I got this look. So let's get to that. Okay, so I've already applied some eyeshadow primer. So now I'm gonna get some of Hit It on a Cozette D220 brush. And I'm gonna use this as my crease and transition area color. So just build this up and really kind of blend it out on the edges. I really like Face Candy's matte shadows. I think they're just really nice and blend very well. They're just easy to work with. Like, I love their Milkshake palette. That one is one of my very favorite palettes from Shop Hush, and it just blends so well. Such a pretty palette. So I love their mattes. I want to go ahead and clean up my brow bone, and there's really not a brow bone color in here, so I'm just going to use Wet n Wild's Brulee, and I'm using a Royal & Langnickel shader brush, and I'm just going to clean up my brow bone. I really don't like ever use a shimmery brow bone highlight. I used to, and I just don't anymore. Like, I'm just not into it anymore. I think my eyeshadow primer got kind of weird here, so I need to blend that out or something. Something's going on right there that I need to fix. Okay, I have an idea of what I want to do here. So I'm going to get some of Undercover on just a flat kind of, this is a concealer brush, but some kind of a flat concealer and or shader brush. And I'm just going to build this up on my lids. I think I'm going to do like a smoky eye, but then with kind of like a purple halo sort of a look in the middle, like a little pop of purple in the middle. That's my plan, so we will see. Now I'm gonna take that same brush, and I just wiped it off, so I'm gonna get some of Kingpin, this really pretty fun purpley shade, and I'm gonna get a little bit of setting spray and spray that. I'm just gonna put this kind of right in the middle of my lid. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of doing like a fun purpley, smoky eye, halo, something. I really like that color. That is so pretty. And even just looking at it, like, I mean, it's beautiful and pigmented even just on its own, but it's really kicked up a notch with some MAC Fix Plus. Now I'm gonna take a small crease brush. This one is from CVS, I think. And I'm gonna get some of Bust and apply just a little bit of that on my outer corners, just to deepen up that a little bit more. I might put a little pop, just kind of what's left over on my brush, on my inner corner, but I'm like barely touching. Then you can go back in and do any blending you feel like you need to do. Then on a really tiny brush, I'm gonna get some of the Keys, and I'm gonna be applying this right into the center of my eye, and then I'm also gonna use this on the inner corners of my eye. I'm gonna use a little bit of setting spray just to wet my brush. Ooh, that's so pretty. So just right in the middle. And to blend this, I'm just first applying it right in the middle, so starting there, kind of right at my lash line, going upwards, and then I'm lifting up my brush and using lighter application for the sides, just to kind of like blend it out. That's really fun. I like that color a lot. I do have a little bit of fallout, but nothing like unmanageable, just a little bit. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of that purpley shade So I feel like I lost a little bit of that, and then I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of that dark outer corner shade, just to kind of make sure all the colors are still there. I just realized I forgot to apply the keys on my inner corners, so I'm doing that right now. Now for some liner, I'm going to use these three. So for my upper lash line, I'm going to use the Laura Geller Incredible Waterproof Gel Eyeliner Pencil in Blackbird. I'm just going to try to do a really thin line of this. And then on my lower lash line, I'm going to mostly use this Maybelline Lasting Drama Light Liner in Moonlight Purple, like across my full lower lash line, and then just a little bit of this on the outer corner. This is the Merle Norman Soft Touch Eye Pencil in Purple Gem. And then over that liner on my lower lash line, I'm going to get some of Miami and go all across my lower lash line, and then just a little bit of Get Down on the outer kind of third. And I'm just going to finish up with some mascara. Alright guys, so that wraps up this review and mini tutorial. So I hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please hit a thumbs up if you did. Let me know down below if you looked at this palette or tried it out or you own it. What do you think about it? I would love to know your thoughts and opinions. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!